I actually seen someone's name with the
Ariel.
Ariel.
I can see
it's a pretty
nice name.
It is
it's a nice name.
I like that.
Yeah. You know, Blanca's name is going to be Santana.
It is?
That's what her mom was going to name her.
Oh, no, I thought you said her name's going to be. I'm like, it is?
Yeah, she's changing it tomorrow.
Did you know that? Like, that's kind of big.
Her mom was going to name her Santana, and then she changed it to Blanca.
Wow.
I know. I was like, and Santana's kind of a hot name. Like, that's
kind of a cool name, though. But, Carlos Santana, that's what I picture.
Every time I look at her, I think of Carlos Santana. And that's attraction, folks.
Welcome back to Just Weirdly Blended. I'm Jesse.
And I'm Tom.
You know, yesterday I sounded like JJ was afraid of my voice.
He was.
Yeah. I was just telling Tom about, we were both exchanging weed eating stories.
Weed eating stories, yeah.
We were doing yard work. But anyway, I was weed eating. My allergies fucking kicked up pretty hard, and I sounded like Alicia said, I sounds like a woman who's been smoking for a lot of years.
But you were weed eating by hand, you said?
Well, I used my weed eater, but not a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
I've used it way more just recently. And most of these weeds, they were tall.
Yeah.
They were good 2 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just pull them. And the roots, they're small little roots. They're easy weeds to pull. Much
like the grassy kind of stuff.
Sort of, yeah. It was, I don't know what they're called. They're weeds.
Let's get technical.
Who knows
about it.
Yeah. But dude, my throat felt like I was closing up, but I was like,
yeah,
man,
hay fever.
Someone get out here to help me. Yeah, I was like, hey son, come here, give me some hugs.
Give grandma the kiss.
He looks at me, he's like, why does your voice sound like that?
Yeah, nope. Stay away, demon.
And then the boys were playing. I was like, I love you, boys. And then I shut the door.
Boys, come here, boys.
Yeah.
Were you like Ernest? You remember Ernest P. Worrell?
Dude, I loved Ernest movies, bro.
Good man. Good man.
I love those movies.
Yeah.
Ernest fucking goes to jail. Ernest goes to camp.
The one I remember most
Ernest goes to space
Ernest
is probably one.
Stupid. I think we actually owned that one.
Yeah. Dude, he got superpowers in the Ernest goes to jail because he's getting electrocuted. If I remember correctly.
So he has superpowers in prison? I don't think I ever saw
that. No. So he was getting obviously, I think he was like wrongly cooked. He got switched with, you know, like someone who looks just like him.
Story of a lookalike.
Yeah. And so that lookalike had the death penalty. So he's about to get shocked. And so he gets shocked.
That's a subtle way to put it. He's about to get.
He's just about to get a little zapper. Nothing bad.
We put up about 5 of those fly killers, and that's good enough for a man.
Can you imagine? That's how you. It was like a big, but he's getting the chair.
Yeah.
And after he actually gets the chair, but then it doesn't kill him. Like he has powers.
It doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, right?
He's like shooting electricity out of his fingers. It's like,
well, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, it was
his
funny.
Body's an electrical.
It was either him or his lookalike. Something. It was. It was so long ago. Those movies probably
are amazing. They're probably the best movies.
Which brings me up to Fast and Furious.
Yeah, let's jump right into that.
Yeah.
So you watched it?
How you been? I'm just jumped in, just talking.
No, I've been good. I mean, it's another week down. I've got a week and a half left.
He's living the world. He's living the dream right now.
I went through the crash of late December through, I guess, now. And now I'm riding the high going through summer almost. So I'm good.
He's like, dude, I'm on vacations coming
soon. Yeah, a week and a half. So
that's nice.
Worked hard. Kids did well. So I'm happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy peasy last couple weeks.
Yeah. It's still going to be some work, but,
Yeah. But us real folk who don't have teaching jobs, we still got to work.
Yeah. No, it is weird. Actually, that's one of the things that I was thinking about this morning is how, like, my year, and Blanca usually gets annoyed with me because, like, I refer to the year
as a school year.
As the school year. I mean, I've always been in school. I was either a student or now a teacher, right? So to me, you've got, like, August through June. and then that's your year.
Yeah.
And then you wait for the next one and kind of get ready for that one.
It's like
And
your
then-
fiscal year, and they
exactly.
Like yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, for some reason it feels deeper than a fiscal year, you know? It's like that's my entire year rolled up. Like, you know, the whole January thing doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like, you just start changing number a little bit. This is my year. My year's coming to an end.
Look at him.
It's been
Lucky
a,
guy.
been a doozy.
Well, good job.
No, it's been a good
Another year in the books.
Another year down.
Like I told the
Yeah.
kids yesterday, you know, we get, because I was like in that voice.
Yeah.
You know what, boys?
I go, you know what? You know what's crazy? Every year we get a year older. Can you believe that?
I'm a year older now than I was last
Yeah.
year. If it wait another year.
They always look at me like I'm an idiot. Because
know,
I'm being an idiot, but I'm doing, you know, I'm not like, obviously, I'm
Just say,
kidding.
it reminds me of the old Brady Bunch movie from the 90s. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Where the dad is explaining to the kids, like, he'll say the stupid phrases that you say in the show. And one time
Yeah.
he goes, you know, kids, wherever you go, there you are. And they all look at him like, okay.
Yeah, Dad, that's
The house
insightful.
is more than just shag carpeting and Formica countertops.
Dude, we were watching one of the original, like the OG Prices Right. They didn't
Really?
do, like I was watching it. I didn't know what I was watching because it's in
Uh-huh.
black and white.
Oh,
Right.
and was it super basic? Was it way different?
Super basic. So like it's 4 people. And so like at this moment, I do not know that this is the Price is Right, but there's 4 contestants, black and white show.
Yeah.
And they're
Bob
just,
Barker?
no,
No, that would trip me up.
unless it was
Like
the
a-
young Bob Barker, but it didn't look like Bob Barker. Yeah. Like
and he never
like,
said his name. Was
yeah, I
that
never
part of
heard
the
it.
secret
Just
of the
he just
show?
didn't. Bob Barker didn't wear glasses, right?
No, well, not as an older man, but he was rich then, so he might have had some sort of.
But
eye
I don't know.
surgery.
But he, this guy, like, no, I don't think it was Bob Barker. I
Yeah.
think it was like just before Bob Barker.
Okay,
But anyway,
the guy that got canceled before Bob Barker did it for like 50
they
years.
would have never got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, I'm serious. Like this, I don't think it was Bob Barker.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know if it was. Then,
Anyway, I guess it's
yeah,
doesn't
I'll
matter,
look.
but-
Look up the original Price is Right
guy.
This is, but anyway, black
Host.
and white. And what is it? They're trying to guess the price on. He's just, you know, like, oh, this is it was like a car or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll say. Actually, no. I'll just jump into the house. It's a house. They're going back and forth. Like, how much do you think this is? And
They
the guy-
priced the house,
yeah,
an entire house.
the whole fucking house, right? And so they're like 1,000, and then the next person's like, I think 1,100, and then the next person's 1,200. You know, they're trying to
Yeah.
just go. It's 4 of them, and I'm like looking like this dude. This reminds me of The Price is Right, but where's, you know, there's no games
Yeah,
involved.
Hold on though, he just said a house.
Yeah.
and they said
1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah,
$1,100, $1,200. I understand that prices go up over time, inflation and all that.
Yeah.
But anyone else hear that and go, "Wait a minute"?
no. So I'm watching it. I'm like, dude, this is crazy because the whatever before that the gift that they guessed right was, I think they guessed into like 2,000, 3,000. And it wasn't nothing, but then there's this house, and I was like telling Lisa, I was like, dude, this thing's gonna go for like
10
I go, how much
grand.
do you think that is? She's like 90,000 probably. And I'm like, man, back then though, that's old.
Well,
This is
no,
an old
that's,
ass show. I
That's
go,
the thing is like back 50s, 60s. I mean, houses
this is-
were way cheaper.
dude, this
like 1920s. You had
That's
like
how
the
it
straw
felt.
cap and the.
yeah. But anyway, he's like, the house. Anyway, they're going back and forth, whatever. The end up price for that whole house was 17,000, like 900 or
Oh,
something.
17,000
was the final.
Okay, all right, I can believe that.
But no, so the way the
I was
show
gonna
was
say
working.
1,700. I would be like, wait a
Yeah, yeah.
minute.
Yeah. Well, if you let me explain.
Nope. No, go ahead.
The way the show works is they're just going back and forth guessing. That's it. That's the whole Price is Right, right?
They're just guessing.
They didn't do like, they didn't have like the Plinko. They didn't have any like cool, you know, like you grew
Yeah.
up seeing.
Yeah.
It was nothing. It was just them guessing. Okay. What do you think? 1,100, 1,200. It
So
kept
it's like
going up.
kids standing
They're
up in
just,
front of
like,
their class.
bidding, it
just
seems
saying
like.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
No,
the guy
it's
just
4
looks at it,
contestants.
Nope, you're wrong.
No, it's just, I picture the Price is Right. It's just
Yeah.
4 people.
Did they even have a
sitting
podium
down
with like
yeah,
lights?
they were sitting down, and then there was just the price on the front of it. Nothing fancy.
Interesting. Like
Yeah.
handwritten on.
No, it was like bulbs or whatever. However they fucking do
Yeah.
it. Anyway, they And then that's how it worked. Anyway.
Interesting. So a lot shittier than the way they do it now.
Oh yeah, but you
Yeah.
can tell it was the price right. But I don't think that was Bob Barker. I got to find out who the fuck that guy was because he
Man.
seemed oldish then, and I would think Bob
He shouldn't
Barker
be
was,
alive now. If that.
Oh,
was
he's
Bob
so
Barker.
dead now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotcha.
but
Well, speaking of shows, we had our annual carnival at work on Friday. That was a good time. I stayed this year. Last year I didn't make it. We had a little house flood
yeah.
from our pool. That was fun. This year we didn't, so I went, and it was pretty amazing how many people showed up. So
To
they
the
are,
picnic
yeah.
or whatever?
Our PTO throws a carnival at the end of the year, and they ordered tons of like events. I guess like I was in the dunk tank, so I got dunked for like 40 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the thing that was funny though. So there's like a little bolt that latches the seat down.
Uh-huh.
The second we figured out how to make the arm work, where it didn't just unhook the seat right away, because I got up 50 times and just instantly plummeted back in. We figured that out, and then as soon as we figured that out, it must have been too much tension for the actual nut that held everything together, and it broke in half.
Oh shit.
It already had been broken. It was pretty obvious that it was broken from the beginning. But I look at it, I'm like, well, that's great. We don't have a seat that works. So we had to pretend the rest of the night like we'd watch. And if a kid actually hit the little square, you just, whoa, you know, throw your arms up and fall in, because the seat was like already broken. It wanted to fall the entire time.
So you just
you just had to like pivot your body in the right point.
to where
Then,
like you could
like your
sit
center
there.
of gravity was fine.
Yep.
And then drop in. But I gotta say, Mike, who's been on the show before, he's like a boss, man. He kind of ran the show of that thing, and yeah, that guy, he had it down. He was good at falling. He could keep track of who'd paid to be in the line. He was on top of everything.
Oh, nice. Good
Very
job,
impressive.
Mike.
Good job, Mike. I was just handing balls to kids like, hey, try to get him in the water. It was very impressive. I was like, I don't know who's come through this line before. I have no idea. How he knew, I don't know, but hats off to him. He did a great job. He's a hell of a performer.
What?
All the kids want to dunk Mr. Vickery.
Did they?
It's incredible.
He was just like, oh,
he's great. He's great.
yeah.
He just has that personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
That'd be fun. I don't think I'd be boring though. That's just who I am.
you kind of get into it. You're nervous when you have to perform in front of people. So I was kind of into that mindset at the time, but yeah, I don't know. Everybody had fun. I think we had a lot of people show up. It was a good time. Didn't leave till like 8:30 at night.
Oh, nice. What was that?
It was Friday.
Oh, Friday.
It was after school got out.
Oh, that's cool.
And all that,
JJ,
yeah.
I don't think JJ's
Yeah.
school put on anything.
I think it just depends school to school. It's a PTO thing, parent-teacher organization.
But you guys
so
are like a pretty...
very involved school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not every school does all the things, but we have the support. We have parents that are very supportive. Not every school has parents that have the time or the money for it.
Yeah.
We are fortunate that we have, several families
Rich families.
I mean, and just people that, like we have parents that also, there's a lot of families that have to work random times and stuff. And we have a lot of families with more traditional, I guess, like, 9 to 5 jobs and stuff. So
that's cool.
the availability is there. And then we just have a lot of interest. So
that's how school
nice.
should be, though.
It's
I feel
nice.
like.
I mean, like our
what I mean?
kids benefit a lot from it, because all the fun stuff that's outside of your normal budget gets paid for by those types of events
and whatever.
And so, yeah, it was a really cool thing. And I think the kids had a blast.
No, that's pretty cool.
It's so fun this time of year, because it's like, you've pushed them, you've gone through all the work and all the big stuff, and now you get to kind of have, not that we never had fun at all during the year, but it's just different now. Like,
yeah.
the stress is kind of off of everybody. It's like, let's just have fun. And
that's
they're
cool.
Smiley, they're so excited to dunk you, and they think it's so funny and fun.
Well, I mean, they're just having
So
fun.
they're
And
having a
that's the
great
whole-
time.
The whole point, every
It's
kid wants to
amazing.
dunk.
Yeah. Oh yeah, their teacher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, every kid.
Like, hey prick, you made me do homework all year.
Yeah.
Bam.
Like, I'm gonna get him.
Yeah. And then these little tiny like 3-year-olds would come through, and they go to throw the ball, and it goes straight up in the air. It was
Well,
just
you got to
fun.
dunk for them
It
too,
was a good
anyway.
time. Oh yeah, and often they got to just go slap the button.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You know?
That sucks that the bolt broke or whatever.
Man, I'm like, I think, I don't know. That wasn't great, but we pulled it off. We
Yeah, that's what
pretended.
counts.
We pretended
because that would have sucked
crazy
if it like broke it where you can't even be in the chair. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Like,
You know, how shitty would that
luckily
be?
it was structured in a way where you could sit far enough back.
Yeah, you can like lean. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really have to lean. You just had to make sure your butt was actually
your weight was back.
Right,
there, yeah.
right.
Yep.
But
I get
man, it was wild. It was a good time. I'm glad I went.
Yeah, physics, right there.
Physics. Speaking of physics,
Yeah, I was watching Fast and Furious yesterday, the Fast 9. And I can't remember the last one I watched.
No, wait a minute. Is that the newest one?
The newest one's Fast and Furious 10.
Yeah. Okay. I thought
It's going to be like a 3-part series. Fast 10.
right. Guarantee.
So it's 10, 11, 12. You know, like,
but we're calling it.
Yeah,
10.
yeah. But
But that's the finale, right? That's supposed to be it. So they stretched it out to 3 movies. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
yeah,
It's like part 1 of 3.
3.
Yeah.
Question mark? Is that
Or maybe
not
5
defined?
now. But anyway, I don't know which one's the last one I watched, but they've all, they're all pretty ridiculous. I kind of like, physics goes out the window when you watch those movies. And I'm not a physicist and I don't know anything, but after watching, there's one where they're pulling they pull out a bank vault out of the building.
Right.
And it's this huge
giant
safe.
bank vault.
Yeah, with just your standard, like,
Well, a Dodge
BMW or
Charger
something.
or Challenger or something,
yeah,
right? Yeah,
something just souped up, looks fucking badass. Cars look all, amazing.
But
obviously.
a car, like a
a literal car is pulling this.
sedan.
And they're like swinging it around the city. This is in like, I don't know which Fast and Furious, but I was like, that's so
A
stupid.
giant metal vault pulled by
huge.
a car.
Yeah, and then this vault's swinging like this, and this is in like Fast and Furious, I don't know, 6 or
And
something.
everyone's just dying everywhere. Like
It's
the
just hitting
entire
stuff,
city's
but the
just getting
car's
killed.
still going straight. Like the car never, like in reality, you think that car's going to get, that car's not going to pull that, but
It's like through a concrete reinforced wall, first of all.
Yeah.
But I guess if it gets through that, which obviously they did, because physics it happened.
yeah.
So
yeah.
obviously they got it through.
And it's the whole sequence in that one is pretty cool.
It's all well. And that's the thing is like, I'm not gonna like shit on the movies because they are entertaining. They've made 10 of them. It's funny though. I can only take so much as a personal person. Like, there's only so much disbelief I can muster.
Well, it takes me like
kind of cross that threshold for me of being able to.
Well, that's where I was with
it.
that one, and I hadn't probably watched one really since then. I like watched the spin-offs with like The Rock and Jason
They've done
Statham.
spin-offs.
Yeah, it's like Shaw and Hobbs. There are these characters that showed up in one of the Fast and Furious.
Oh, I didn't realize
And so
that
they
was a spin-off.
So that's like their own separate thing. When those ones are actually pretty fun. They're not like over the top. Well, they are over the top, obviously.
But they're a little more grounded in semi-reality, sort of.
A little, I guess. But I mean, they're fun movies. But Fast 9, it's like a jet, like this car. There's this car chase scene. The car jumps off the fucking cliff, and the jet comes and has like this ultra magnet and takes the car. And
of course,
I was like, "Oh, that's
physics.
That's pretty awesome."
Physics.
I guess the magnets are these super strong magnets. They use them throughout
the jet flyer.
I don't know who it was.
In other words, pilot.
It was the guy in the front, like John Cena. He was like the bad guy, sort of, and he it was his crew, kind of thing. The people he's working for that were driving.
He jumps off the cliff.
Yeah, because he has like
John
the
Cena's
device.
flying.
No. John Cena's driving the car.
Okay.
He got the little whatever
and he's flying off the cliff.
To escape,
And then
he jumps off the
what
cliff.
Kind of jet was it? Like
it looks like a fucking
fighter jet.
Yeah, it looks, but like the sick looking
so
ones.
How
like
slow did it have to fly?
Oh no, this thing was hauling ass.
And he was also hauling ass.
He jumps off it, and that thing's hauling ass, and just catches him right. Perfect timing.
Wow,
it was amazing.
And no damage to the paint job on the car.
Probably not.
Wow.
But these magnets were super realistic and stuff. It was so stupid, the movie. It was good in what it was.
It is what it is. I mean, that's the thing.
The physics of it, though, were just hilarious, some of the stuff. So it'd be cool to see, like, people... and they probably have, like, takes on, like, maybe YouTube. People like, oh, that would never happen.
Sure. Yeah, a physicist explains.
Because, like, some of the stuff, like, they take a car... Like, they get a car into space, right?
Yeah, I mean,
They have a car in
right.
space that they fly.
Isn't
the
that
rocket.
what Tesla's working on? It's SpaceX.
Yeah, it's
that's,
this,
that's what
like-
it is. Fly your Tesla.
What is this
space.
Fiero? They have a Fiero with rockets on it. It's like, yeah. So the two of the guys from the Vin Diesel's crew are in this car.
So it's James Bondy now. Like,
But they're in space
80s
flying
James
this
Bondy.
because they're gonna go take out a satellite. They're in this car
why? But what's the reason that this crew of race drivers
because
is
they're
going
the
to
best
take out
on Earth, man.
So the U.S. government needs them to take down a Chinese
Well, no.
satellite or something, or what?
It was something like that.
Something?
It was I don't know.
You guys are race car drivers? We're going to send you to the moon.
It's just, they're like part of that, like those secret agent. Those kind of like. We need you to take. This is going to save the Earth, but no one needs to know about
the
it.
CIA.
Yeah.
Hey,
Like
we
stuff
can't
like that.
send a U.S. rocket up there.
We're even deeper than the CIA.
Yeah, we're deeper than that. We're NSA.
Yeah, like it's like they're trying to upload some kind of like technology that can control anything.
We're going to put a USB stick
it's so funny.
on the front end of your car, and you need to fly up there and jam it into the satellite and then ram it in a couple more times.
So they were using those magnets from one of those jets.
Of course.
They were using the magnets.
So now
'Cause
they're
these guys-
working with the bad guy, John Cena.
No, somehow they get the magnets.
They
I don't
steal
know.
it back.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Interesting.
don't have me explain the movie.
I want
But,
you to badly. I like
you just have to watch
incorrectly.
But yeah, somehow they get the fucking
Wow.
magnets. I can't even remember how they fucking got them. But these are like super like,
Very powerful.
dude.
Oh, then like the electromag, right? Where you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
electrically charge it. And then
yeah,
it
you'll see them
activates.
like activate it. And
Yeah.
deactivate it, do that.
Those are a real thing.
Oh, I know that.
Jesse, I don't know if you know this or not, but physics, they're real.
Electric
Yeah.
magnet. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
about those. So
I don't know how they work. I just know that.
they're in this truck. There's a scene where they're in this truck, and this is before John Cena does his amazing. I don't know when this is. Anyway, they're in a truck. John Cena's in this other car.
Wow.
Vin Diesel and them are in the truck. It's like a box truck, your standard like Penske
Okay.
truck or whatever.
Yeah.
And so the magnets are in that, and it's a souped up truck, obviously. But so they go to turn on the magnets, and the magnet. This is how powerful the magnet is. On the other side of the building, like a block.
Yeah.
How the downtowns work.
Uh-huh.
They're on this side. The car, John Cena's car is coming this way. They turn on the electromagnetic, and it sucks the car from that end into the
Of
box
course.
car, and into the truck perfectly. I laughed so hard. I was like, I go, that's pretty sick, but that's so stupid.
Man, I tell you.
It was funny. It's a fun movie. If you don't go into do not go into Fast and Furious thinking
Does anyone go there thinking they're going to get a real like
a good
heady
experience.
sort of
I hope
mind?
I need to get me a Steven Spielberg type of
right. I feel the same way with like
You're not getting it's fun. It's a fun
it's
movie.
like the what are the big robot guys?
Like tech, like Gundams or
Not Gundams, but the same thing. The big movies, Transformers. Same type of thing with Transformer movies. It's like I know what I'm going to get.
yeah.
it's
Transformer movies are pretty sick.
They're
though.
not bad. I'm not
They're
saying that. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It all's kind of the same,
Well,
like
yeah.
big, over the top, like lots of CGI stuff that
Yeah,
you're just like,
Yeah, I like the Transformer ones. Well, not all of them, but I like them because I grew up. I loved the
Sure.
Transformers.
Sure,
So to
yeah.
see like
nostalgia. and all
the
that.
live action like Transformers doing that stuff, it's that
Right.
part of it's pretty sick. Some of the movies themselves, they were lacking, but some of the newer ones are actually really
Pretty good.
good. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But that was my Fast and Furious take.
Well, you had mentioned something before we started this about kissing, the physics of kissing or something. Was there something related to
No. So I always do this thing with Alicia.
Okay.
Like we joke, we're me and her like to joke around a lot, and so I always tell her, I'm like, oh hey babe, give me a kiss, right? And I always tell her that, I try to kiss her romantic, like that you see in the movies. And I go, they always do this in the movies when they kiss. They go to kiss, but you always hear them breathe. They're like, and then you always hear that, right?
Sure.
They're like this. They're like this.
Yeah.
They're
The
faking
little
the passion.
Deep breath. Oh,
They're like, it sounds like they're sniffing each other. It's hilarious, right? And
yeah.
so we're watching the Fast and Furious, and
They do
some
it.
badass scene happens, whatever. And so Dom and Letty, his girl, like Vin Diesel and his chick,
Yeah.
they go to kiss, and you hear the, the passion behind the kiss, and Alicia, like, she laughs about something else, and then I go, "You seen that though, right?" And she goes, "Oh, that's why she laughed." She starts laughing, and I was like, "Because you just see it. I told you, like, that's how it is."
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she always thinks you're so stupid. That's not how they kiss, like. And then she saw it. She starts laughing. I'm like,
it is. Like, that's true.
Because I tell her I'm gonna let me sexy kiss you, girl. Come on. And I'm like, like. She's like, why?
Shiver.
Yeah, that's what I do. And that's what they did. It was so stupid. Because movie kisses, they're so unrealistic most of the time to me.
You
know what I mean?
They're very
well, and I know they need to be. I know it's a movie, but I also sometimes want to see a movie that's like, more realistic in a sense.
Like,
I don't want to see a porno, but
like she pushes him and is like, "Don't touch me."
There
you're gross.
Yeah, no thanks.
Your breath stinks. Why don't you go take a mint first and then walk away? Because I don't want to kiss you.
Yeah. Where's that movie?
Yeah, I know. I think they won't make it. Nobody wants to watch
that. But no, Alicia she laughed, and then I pointed out, like, that's how they do it.
It's proof, evidence right there.
It is. Fast and Furious 9.
I imagined in my head when you brought that
long ass movie too,
that there was going to be a guy and a girl racing against each other, like opposite directions, who were working together, and they were going to invert their cars, and do the Spider-Man kiss.
They would
midair.
I guarantee you.
Where the reality is, they would like decapitate each other, but in the movie somehow they just locked lips for a split second.
There's a scene where they're like, he catches her with his car, but she lands. She's falling. I don't know how fucking far, but in that, the rate of speed, she's gonna die. You're hitting a car. You're not gonna be
max velocity.
Like,
right?
she hits the car. He catches her with the car, and I'm like,
she's
and
210 miles an hour falling.
Yeah,
and then she lands in the car.
Oh, that would be even better.
Is that it? No.
He catches her with the car, like she lands on top of the hood of the car.
That would still kill you.
That would kill you more. I feel like
that would more kill you.
The window's not broken. I think the car got fucked up, actually, not from her falling, but it was already kind of fucked up. But he turns the car, catches her, and then they're glancing at each other. I'm like, oh, this is great.
So sometimes, baby. Like I said, fucked up my car. So
those movies are great they're fun movies because the action's awesome. I can't deny that. The acting sucks.
Summer blockbuster.
The acting's not that great. Some of the acting's okay, but for the most part, come on, Vin Diesel.
Man,
he's great as Groot.
I do want to tell you some of the crazy things that I just the other day, yesterday actually, I was looking at movie scripts. There's like this website where you can pull up movie scripts and like read what they say. And so I saw the Joker. I don't know. I just got curious about movie scripts. Okay. I don't know. Cool. I don't know where the mindset was, but like I was just thinking like movie scripts. I want to look at them. I wonder if there's a place to I was thinking about something that we could do here. I was like, maybe it'd be fun to get like a part of a movie script and then get like an emotion and have to go through a movie script and a certain emotion.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that would be funny.
Be sad.
So then I was like looking at movie scripts and I didn't follow through with that thought at all. I just got into this movie script and it was the Joker movie script.
The newest one.
And it's just like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. It was his, the original, the first, not the, I think they did like Birds of Prey or something, right? Based or no?
No. Joaquin's is wholly different.
Standalone, right?
Yeah.
There's Joker's, nothing else that's been done. Okay, so it was just the Joker movie, but it's such a good movie, and
it is.
So like reading the script and thinking about how he performed it, it's amazing.
So in the script? Are they saying like?
Yeah, like the script.
Is there like
the script? So
be sad in this scene.
No, it goes.
Or is it just like?
So
Joker,
it'll say something blah, blah, blah. Like. Man is sitting in chair across from woman who is like reviewing such and such documents. It says something like, it's clearly not today. Think 1981. Blah 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 blah. It gives like these little details of what's happening,
trying to get you to get in the mood.
And then it says like at one point it says like that he does something in a way that it's not obvious, but like the audience gets it. They didn't word it like that. It was very smart, but it's like they build into the scene these little things for you to grab onto. But as the actor, you have to put that together and make it work.
And
I'm thinking about how Joaquin Phoenix did it.
That'd be tough.
I'm just like, oh man, there's a reason that guy's kind of weird on late night shows because I think he really, I don't know.
Well, is he a method actor? I don't remember.
He might be. I wouldn't be shocked because he's just so in it. I mean,
Daniel Day-Lewis is a method actor.
He is, yeah.
Like, dude, what was it? Out for Blood or
There Will Be Blood?
That movie's crazy.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
But I guess he'll get into that character.
So I wonder, like,
and he'll be that character until the movie.
Can you imagine him like as Lincoln? Like everywhere he went, he's like, I'm your president. I'm Abraham Lincoln.
Oh yeah.
Did he build a log cabin?
I don't think I watched that.
I watched some of it.
Was it good?
Yeah,
I mean, he's great. He's a great actor.
He yeah.
I think he was in The Last Mohicans. I think he was in that.
I think you're right.
I think you're right. The Mohican, The Last Mohican. Right?
He may have been.
I don't know. He's an amazing actor.
But he's
Gangs of New York, so dope.
That was a great movie. Yeah. He played
the butcher.
The butcher with the big old mustache. And that was a crazy.
He's so sick.
That was a crazy movie. And to look at New York City, and you can see, what was it called? The Four Corners or something?
Yeah, that was.
And like you can actually see where that location was in New York City at way long ago. We're talking like before buildings and stuff.
Yeah, this is like
little like gonna be a big city, New York.
How crazy is that to think? It's like
wild.
That's how. I mean, to think of how a city became what it is, what we see today, like what it looked like.
I know
before that,
So I have
just seeing that would be kind of.
Amazing. I have a poster in my house of old New York.
Oh,
like it's a drawing.
Which one is that hanging on your wall?
Somewhere. I think it's downstairs. I think it's in our basement.
Okay.
It's somewhere.
Yeah.
Blanca doesn't like it, but I do. And it's like a drawing of what New York used to look like. Uh-huh. So it's kind of, think old mappy, but like 3D.
Yeah.
Right.
I got you.
And it's crazy because, the site that the World Trade Center was on isn't original land. They actually backfilled all that and built land on it. And then they demolished all the buildings that were on that to build the World Trade Center site. When they went and built the World Trade Center, they had to actually put in a concrete bathtub, essentially, in that site and pump river water out. Because as they dug, it would fill with water.
That's
and so
wild.
They had to build a concrete thing for the buildings to go into.
So it won't collapse
just
eventually.
To keep the water out.
Yeah.
And it's insane. I mean, a city like New York, Seattle's a little bit the same. They burned down and then they built everything above it.
Yeah.
You get these
you
old
can still
cities.
go down into the old Seattle.
Oh yeah. It's wild. I mean,
I've never been, but I've
been down there. I mean, it's not quite the same as what I expected. I expected to like walk through an old time town, I guess, as a stupid kid. But it's like you're kind of like
I picture that now. What do you mean?
You're kind of like walking through basements that are somewhat connected, like in a way.
I pictured a whole city.
I wouldn't go as an adult. I think I went maybe too young. Maybe as an adult I could be like, oh wow, yeah, like that's this or that.
Yeah, maybe.
And then it may not have been fully open too. I seem to remember something about like part of it was closed for like some sort of maintenance to make sure maybe a street didn't come down on our heads or something. But it is wild. I mean, San Francisco burnt down in the 1800s. Like you just think these cities that aren't even like old. Then you think about like Europe cities or something.
Well, that's
been around forever.
The American history is just
200 some years old.
We're babies.
We're like almost to like 250 years old almost officially, right? 1776. So that was 17.
Wouldn't be like 300 something?
2026, I think will be.
Would that be
250?
Would that be 250? Oh yeah, that'd be about 250.
Right. So
we're getting there.
We're getting up there.
But that's. But I mean, that's the history. Like, what was that before that? Just native land and craziness.
Right. Which is still, had a history. It's just not documented the same, I guess, or like
it's just documented on rocks and shit.
So it's it's pretty wild. I've started to look into our local history a little bit more. It's kind of interesting. Like, there's not a lot of it.
Yeah,
but there's a lot that's happened in the time it's been around. Like,
since what, the
50s?
Yeah,
40s,
that's I was gonna say it just blew up then.
Roosevelt flew over us and literally was like, "That's a good place to build a bomb." There's nothing there.
There's nothing.
No one will ever give a shit about.
We're gonna take over this whole 800. What is it? What is Hanford?
I don't even know. It's miles. It's square miles of land.
Is it 800 square miles? It's something huge like that.
Could be. I mean, it's.
Efren told me just recently.
Yeah, it's a giant reserve, and then there's land around it that was like security barricade around it.
One of my neighbors is he's a county sheriff.
Yeah.
And he was telling me what they, what that encapsulates, and it's like Hanford's part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, it sucks when you got you get a call here, and then you gotta
go all the way around.
Yeah, you gotta go 40 minutes
because you can't.
And he goes, you're hauling ass, but that's just
I'll be there in an hour.
yeah. I mean, pretty much.
Right.
That's how it is.
It's so wild, man. Like, yeah, just driving by it. My dad, my grandpa worked out there. My uncle worked out there. Lots of people.
My dad's dad, his uncle's sisters worked out there.
A Hanford family.
Well, that's most of it.
But it's wild. I mean, yeah, and it's just so contaminated. It's pretty wild.
Don't eat off the land.
Don't eat the rabbit. I'll tell you that.
The double-headed rabbit.
They glow.
The double-headed rabbit. I think my wife owns one of those.
At one point, there was like a family of, I don't know what you call them, of deer that had become contaminated, and they had to go out and shoot them all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. It's wild.
I wonder if there's any like deformed
I don't think so.
I
think it just really gives them cancer and then they die.
Yeah. But
I don't know. But hills have eyes. People, I think, are out there somewhere. So,
you never know.
Wasn't there a town called
We gotta hide these
Bluffs?
people.
I think there was a town called White Bluffs that got moved. They're like, sorry, we bought you. Get out. Jesus. And so they all left. But there's like a little town out there somewhere that's, it's like foundations of buildings and stuff.
It's just there, but it's not
just
nothing.
there. It's just not a town anymore. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I've actually never been to the White Bluffs.
It's like, I had to deliver out there once. My brother and I in a box truck. One of the companies had
Did it have magnetics.
They did. They picked us up with a jet plane. It was crazy. No, we had to drive out to some building, and all the buildings are really far apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like you'll drive forever and there's nothing, and then there's like this little bundle of buildings that do something. So we got to this building, and we got in this box truck with all this party rental stuff. They're doing like a barbecue or something for their people, and nobody was there. It was like empty. So then like I start driving around this building, and it's got this big sign. It's like, do not enter. I'm like, well, I'm kind of screwed now. I don't have a choice. So we drove in and turned around and went back. Finally, somebody came out and like, oh, right over here, guys. But I'm like, the whole time I'm like, because there are places where like SWAT team will come out.
Oh yeah, no,
and like it's no joke. So I'm like, I don't know. It was so crazy. And then we're driving out of there, and like, how much radiation do you think we just took into our bodies being out here?
Just a little bit.
It's wild.
No, I had to go out there when I did fencing.
Yeah.
And we went out there, and we had to go like before we could even like start working, we had to like go through a class, watch some stuff. It took like about an hour and a half.
For radiation?
No, just
that, or
just like security? Just like security wise, like they made us watch a video. We had to fill out some kind of like form.
I'm hoping it was a 1940s government voice that you listened to.
It was
with some corny music in the background.
Yeah. That's
and I'll fight against the Germans.
That's how that Price is Right was. It was like that old, dude. Like not even kidding.
The 40s.
Dude, it was like that old. Like,
man, I was thinking 60s. But...
No. If you like, I'll have to look it up. But it was old like that. Like I was waiting for. Show. I told Alicia, I was like, "You're only gonna see white contestants on this. You ain't gonna see a Mexican. You ain't see a black man. You ain't seeing none of that on this one. Not when this was filmed.
God,
that's how old it. Like I was just like, this is crazy. It's such. JJ was like, this show sucks.
This is boring.
He didn't say sucks, but
how
he was
did
like,
it survive?
Can you change it?
Well, that's like
we're like, no, it's almost all. I want to know how much this goddamn house is.
Seriously,
it was and it was a house in Florida,
really.
And so they even gave the address.
Wow,
it was like 122 Oregon Avenue, and I can't remember the city in Florida.
And the poor lady's like in the house.
One lady's like, my husband would love this. Oh my god! So there's this commercial for this stuff called Lux, or it was some kind of like detergent, for clean your clothes. And then they're like, the host is like, this stuff your wife's gonna love.
Oh yeah.
They're saying that's what he said.
Make it easy on your wife.
Yeah, no,
get her Lux.
Yeah, it was so like I was laughing so hard. And then they showed one for dishes that like we're comparing, and they do the comparison. Nice. They dip the plates in.
As you can see, the non-asbestos product doesn't clean as well as the asbestos product.
Yeah. You see, like, I forget the name of the dish soap.
Yeah,
but I think I can almost guarantee, because the way they were like, it's good for your hands, it makes them soft, and that the way they talk about that reminds me of the stuff that palm olive or whatever, the stuff that's supposed to be good for your hands. And I'm like, I wonder if that company got bought out by them,
or
like and they changed the name, whatever, because they had like Dove was one of the sponsors of like the soap.
Dove, now without asbestos.
Wash your body with asbestos. It was crazy.
Oh God, the old days. The old days are amazing. Lead paint, asbestos, and everything. I mean,
what more do you want?
How everyone didn't die of cancer, I don't know. But anyway,
something more serious. I wish I can. You know what? My daughter just texted me. She's taking JJ to get coffee.
Oh,
but no. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
that's not leading to anything.
Yeah, no. Okay. No, because I wanted to text her the name of that podcast, because I want to give them credit for what they were doing.
Yeah. Well, I have a story in the meantime. Then.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was listening to our pal Rich Haler, whose podcast we were on.
I started listening
Rich
to
Relationships.
Yeah.
You guys can check that out. We're on
April 1st.
I don't know the episode number, but it's April 1st that it aired.
Yeah.
So you can go on him and check that out. It was pretty fun. He was talking to another guest about being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
So this lady was talking about how, we say things to ourselves that we would never say to somebody else.
Yeah.
And how we need to be kind to ourselves because we get kind of negative in everything if we're mean to ourselves. And so it starts by being nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, I need to start doing that. I'm very critical, very mean to myself. And I'm like, I need to start doing that.
Like they say, love yourself.
Yeah, right. So I went to bed, and the next morning I woke up and I took a shower and I got out and I looked in the mirror and my hair wasn't working with me. And I said, I have stupid hair. That was the first comment that left my mouth. I was like, stupid hair. And then I stopped and I thought,
I have amazing hair.
I need to love myself. You're okay, hair. It's gonna be all right. Yeah, I don't know. I suck at it.
I think we all suck at it because we're gonna be our biggest critics in the. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just I know from me, I'm go-to so mean.
Well, yeah,
so mean.
I'm my biggest critic. I'm always, I do something. I'm like, you fucking idiot. You're so stupid.
Yeah, I know.
You're the dumbest person on earth.
I do the same thing. Spiral into stupid.
Yeah. I do that, but I also sometimes use that as my fuel to want to be better.
Sure.
But I still will, instead of no, let's just move on. You messed up. Let's move on. It's more so funny you're dumb. You're dumb.
I think about that lens idea, right? We see the world through a lens, and our lens, we know what we're worried about or our perception of how we're being perceived. We don't really know how we're being perceived. So all this time you might feel like you look stupid or you look dumb, and other people may not see that at all. They may not even.
Well, dude, so an example for me is I get these one-on-ones with my boss, and I always go in with this negative mind.
I'm just gonna get torn apart.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I always say that. If Alicia is there, I'm like, I got my one-on-one. I'm probably gonna get, and it just probably stems from knowing that maybe I'm not performing as best as I can or something. So I'm already thinking all this negative stuff. And then when I have the one-on-one, it's always it's so opposite most of the time of that.
Yeah.
Is there occasions where, things get brought up there, that's normal. That's just how they should be.
Sure.
But the majority of the time, it's always it's so much different because they're seeing something different.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it from my end where it's I see what I'm doing wrong.
Right.
And I'm all right. To me, he's wrong. But then on their end, it's no, you've been doing great. You're
right.
this, and that, the other thing. So that, that's where I kind of understand where your lens thing is.
Yeah.
Someone we see ourselves in this lens.
We know our
in a
thoughts.
Different lens.
We know our fears. Yeah. We know what we're going into it feeling.
If you can see the way I look at you, kind of one of those situations. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so sweet.
You know, I think I'm ugly. You're like, no, I actually
if
think
only
you're
you could
so...
see you through my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, that's as funny as that is. That's
true.
what it
so
is.
True. That's true. It's true.
If you can see yourself through someone else's eyes,
Right?
How do you look?
Yeah.
Because like
So
that,
amazing. I hope.
they'd be like, I hate that guy.
Yeah.
You know, and that's usually my thought right away. Is like, you know,
right.
that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
That you brought up because that is,
thanks.
You know,
yeah. No, it
makes you think though. You know,
it
what
cracked
I mean?
me up though because I'm like, I went to bed fully intending to be nice to myself,
and then you woke
first
up.
thing out of my mouth. But it's a real testament to just how hard I think that is. You get so into a headspace or so used to a behavior of negativity.
Well, that's what I mean. We've said before. It's just those habits. You're in
Yeah.
that habit of
right.
That's that's how we are. You know.
Yeah.
And we might not mean it in that negative sense where we're just like this, but it's just a negative thing that comes out your mouth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You might not perceive it as negative, but it's still negative. If that makes sense. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like my stupid hair, but it's like
I do have stupid hair, but
there you go. Good
I
negative.
love my stupid hair.
See, that's the thing. 2 hot takes.
2 hot takes. That sounds familiar.
That's the podcast she's been watching.
Okay. So,
but it kind of jumps into this, though. I mean, it's in a sense of loving yourself or loving others.
Yeah. I like that.
There was a story that I kind of overheard, and I didn't get a chance to dive into the story. But the gist of it is, there was a couple. Something happened. The girl gets hit in the face with a rock. It causes like pretty bad damage, and now the husband's not attracted to her.
The way that you told it to me.
Well, no, I'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Let me build up, bro.
Sorry. Let's cut and start.
No. So gets hit with the rock, whatever. And this is how, and the way I'm telling it right now is how I originally heard it.
I got you. Okay. All right.
So whatever. He's not sure if he's He's not physically attracted to his wife anymore. And I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. You know, like I'm thinking in my head, like, you know, that's like, would you be that way? And so, where I'm going to be going with this, but sure. Would you be that way if like your significant other, the person, you love, whatever, if something physically, changed the way they look, would you find that unattractive in them? Like, would you be like, ugh, I don't know if I could be with this person kind of thing.
Right.
Is your love only, as they say, skin deep? Is your love like unconditional, or does it matter? Like, I love you as the person,
right?
And that's how, that's how I like. For me, like, I love my wife in that sense, where it's like, whatever happens, unfortunate it happens, but like I'm still like I'm attracted to you.
Did he break down in that? And so, like, did he break down the difference between attraction and?
Well, no, see, that's the thing.
They
read this story. It's a story that they read off of Reddit, right? Which is, if you guys don't know what Reddit is, it's just like it's like a blog site.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But, so like, I didn't get a chance to go look up this story. I'm just getting bits and pieces from what kind of Saudi was telling me, what she was hearing. Well, and I'm talking to her, me and her kind of having like a little discussion about it. And I was like, because she was like, I don't know how I'd be, if like my person that happened, like I'm kind of, she admits, I might be a little shallow in that sense, but, obviously things progress, they change in life, obviously.
People get old.
Well, when you love someone, you realize it's more than just looks. It's how they are.
Your experiences together.
It's a personality, whatever. Anyway, well, apparently this guy, she took the hit for him. She like, instead of, the guy jumping in the way of the bullet, she's in a sense did that. He was going to get it. And she like just instinctively, boom, takes this rock, which to me would bump. For me, if my wife did that, her hotness level just kind of like skyrocketed a little bit. Like, damn, she's kind of badass now,
I'm like the president.
Like, she just took a hit in front of me. And so, like, this girl, I don't know what she looks like, but she has like a scar on her face.
And that's it? That's like the only...
That's how it sounds to me. Like, obviously, originally, I'm sure her face, I guess her face was like fucked up because you got hit in the face with a rock.
Or the rock that was intended for your husband. Yeah.
Which, to me, like I said, she's kind of a hero.
Sure.
And so after I heard that, I was like, he's kind of a dick. Like
I mean,
at least give it a year or two. No, but like he's kind of a dick. Come on, like she just risked essentially her life for yours.
Yeah,
and you're not sure if you like her anymore. Like if you're not physically
How old
attracted.
were these people?
That's like I don't have much context in that sense. I don't know if they were young because I can see that happening with like a younger
that doesn't have a lot of experience behind them.
Like so, for me that's how I picture them in their, we'll say 20s.
Yeah,
that's what I picture. I don't know if that's the case.
But he's got to look at it too. Kudos to him for honesty, I guess. I mean, but you didn't jump in front of her. Like you didn't take the hit for her. She took it in the corner for you. And I mean, billion reasons why. He may not have seen it and she did. I mean, it doesn't mean that he's not a good guy, just because he didn't see the rock coming. But that was a big deal. I don't know. Maybe don't write a story about it if you're having those doubts.
This was kind of flipped to me. And this is where I wish I would have read into the story. Come to find out after, like, this is the stuff me and Sadia are talking about. She's kind of throwing me in the information this is how I'm getting the information. Well, it comes to find out she's pregnant, right?
With his kid.
Well, yeah, of course. Right? And I was like, well, he doesn't find her that unattractive.
Well, and
you know what I'm saying?
There are, I know some old-minded people, at least in like shows and stuff, they would show guys that would be like, oh, I'm not attracted to her anymore. She's pregnant or she's had a kid or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's kind of an old mindset, if that ever was really a mindset.
I'm sure it was.
Because I know I've seen it in the sense of like TV shows showing that mentality around it.
I feel like older
like
times they were more into like the woman I need my woman to be able to be a homemaker.
Right. And then once she's had kids, then I'm going to go out on her because like, she's like ruined in some way.
Yeah, she's ruined. She's taking care of the kids.
I wonder how this guy would feel. Like it would be interesting to talk to this guy about his views of like relationships, the world, like to get a feel for where his mindset is. You know,
and see, that's where I wish, like, I might have to listen to this one or something, but I wonder if that's kind of where he's at. He just doesn't want to feel that way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he feels that way, but for him, he doesn't want to, that's, it could be that.
I respect the honesty if he, if he's feeling that. You can't always help.
Yeah, because he's like, what do I do? That's his question in a sense.
So in that sense, I don't want to just beat up on this guy because it's like, well, if you're wanting to get that back, that's it's good that you're bringing it up and not just not doing anything about it.
I mean, would that be a normal thing at first?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, just like an instinctive. I'm not
going to say that physical attraction is not an important part.
Well, no, how like we have those habits where we judge people, or we just have habits as people. Right. Like you were just saying with your hair, your first thought was it's stupid. So wonder if that's how it was for him. Like, wonder if that's what his thought process is like. Oh, she's ugly now. I don't like her. But instead of like, wait a minute, let me take a step back.
Well, like if say
this is still the woman I fucking love, and she's kind of sexy now with a fucking scar, battle scar.
Okay. For example, Blanca. When I met her, one of the first things that attracted to me, she had a not unique is an interesting word, but her nose. I noticed her nose.
Yeah.
And I liked the way her nose looked on her face. It just was something that stood out to me. I liked it. She hates it. Yeah, she doesn't hate it, I guess, but
I get what
it's not her favorite feature. She's very critical of it because, like most people, she fixates on things that aren't really a problem, but they feel it should be this, that, or the other. If her nose had changed early on and it wasn't the same, I can't say that it wouldn't have changed the way at least maybe not my attraction to her, but I could see it changing the face.
And I can see that.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you were super into a thing, like if you were a nose guy or something, like,
no, not that.
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's something else going on there, but
like I was telling Alicia, I was like, I mean, most of the time you're starting this relationship with a physical attraction,
right?
And
there is,
and I don't care who you are. You can't say no. I like him.
Well, and our world has kind of gone that route of like not the physical, but that's kind of BS because we all have. There are people that are attracted to any different thing, and obviously, movies on both sides project a certain idea of perfection. And we've talked. You don't see a lot of guys that look like us being the heartthrob in movies.
No, not at all.
And vice versa. It's there's a physical attraction and there's an emotional attraction, but
because like when you think about online dating, right?
Yeah, right.
Which I met my wife online. Yeah, I think that's how you
Blanca that way. Yeah.
Yep. Your first thing that you go off of physical, like, well, she's hot, she looks good to me, and so that for me, that's how it was with my wife.
I don't think that that's wrong either, and
it's normal.
The emotional side of it can also change it to where someone that maybe wasn't as attractive becomes very attractive.
Yeah, but then it can go the other way where there's a hot chick where her attitude's annoying, and it's like, nah,
and then all of a sudden they're not attractive.
Oh yeah,
it's funny.
And I've seen that a lot.
Yeah, yep.
Not like personally, but like I've seen that.
Right. I mean, I've experienced it a little bit.
I've had a lot of hotness in my life, and
very attractive girls. It was hideous when I met them. It's like, I don't know. That's the thing that's interesting is like, what's the depth of their emotional relationship? Yeah, and that couple, because like, if you've married them and you've been with them, Blanca and I have been married like 7 years, something. Yeah. I don't know, something like that. We've been together 10 years. I know that. So 8 years we've been married. This month. Oh God, it's almost our anniversary. Yeah, I'm husband of the year.
What day's your anniversary?
The 13th or 14th.
Oh, I was like, bro,
one or the other.
When you were about to say, and I was like, dude, that was yesterday.
No, 13th or 14th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ours is the 10th.
My parents are the other day. That's why I always get confused if it's the 13th.
I do that with my sister and my mom.
I don't know. I can't get it right.
They're 11th and 12th of August. I always get them confused.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's coming up very shortly. So we're almost 8 years into marriage, but you get to this point with somebody, you've been through so much together.
Yeah,
and you obviously like them enough to be with them that long. There's so much history beyond even just the relationship that's shared.
Yeah,
that it's like, I don't know. I can't imagine bailing on somebody because they get hit in the face of the rock trying to protect me from getting hit in the face of the rock.
That's where I'm at. Well, I think, I don't know. Do you kind of owe them too that much respect? Like,
right. But his point, though, a deeper point, you can't control
how you
attraction.
You can't.
I mean, a physical attraction, if his point is, I love her and I want to be the man I need to be for her, and things are happening, like I can't get excited.
And so that's where I think he's coming from. That's how I picture is what he's coming from.
There is a respectable aspect to what he's done, even though it's easy to kind of rip on him or be like, what a dirtbag. Like, that may not be where he's coming from. It might be like there's things happening in my head that I recognize are not good.
That's exactly actually how I took it.
Yeah,
is right. Like I obviously ripped on him.
Well, gut instinct is it's easy to go for the low hanging fruit,
but like he needs to, if that is the case, right. If he does like still love her, but he's just like, ugh, I don't know, I feel this way.
Being quiet, to not sound like a jerk.
Yeah,
that's not going to fix it. If he's actively trying to find ways to gain that attraction back, because he knows, like, obviously physical attraction can impact things that are important in a relationship. And so if he's not performing or, whatever the case is.
He must have performed because she's pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, performed enough.
Performed enough. I guess that's one time's enough. But now when I think about it, was she pregnant before, after? Well, that's where I go.
Yeah, but I don't know what it's the whole nice thing. I mean, here I am. We're just talking about being nice to ourselves, and we're like, I'm ready to rip on this guy, and like, it's easy to do, but
it is.
It's trying to find that positive side that maybe, and then not being stupid. Obviously, maybe he is a jerk.
And it could be, but
I mean, at least he's being honest about the problem and wanting to solve it. So good luck. Hopefully.
So I guess that would be my question. Would physical, if something happened to your person, would that affect you the way you looked at them? You know what I mean?
Yeah. A tribute to Tina Turner, right?
Yeah.
What is love? What does love got to do with it?
That's really what it is.
But really, I mean, what is love? And that's the thing of physical attraction and emotional connection are two parts, I think, of love. I will never not think that physical attraction is important. It is. I mean, at least for the male side, I think it really is.
Well, I think that's just normal in like a healthy relationship. Right. You got to have a good physical.
I think in the beginning, the physical is very important. And as time goes on, obviously, it shifts more to that emotional side.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, but a little healthy dose of both is a good thing.
It is. So. I know for me, like I'm a physical person, so like,
yeah, right.
I like, that's my love language is touch and whatever. So I like, for me, I need that.
Yeah.
And so, whenever I'm not getting something, not like, oh, I need you to have sex, not like in that sense, but it's just like, hey, I kind of need this right now.
Any kind of touch.
Shoulder
touch or a hand on
my
the
wife's
back or whatever.
The opposite.
She does not like to be touched.
She does not like touch, but she, I guess allows. I don't want to say that. That sounds...
She will allow you.
She will allow me to, but she's like,
might I touch you?
When I touch her, she's cool with it. She's not like, don't touch me. But when there's those times where she just, she's not like that.
She's not super touchy.
Yeah, we're not. And we're both. That's what's weird. It's like I'm a touchy. Like I got to touch, do this, but I'm not a cuddler.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not like I'm gonna cuddle you all night. I can't do that.
I gotcha.
I'm too hot.
I know. We have too many damn dogs.
They're like, I want some cuddles too.
They do. The dogs force the cuddles, and then it's like, well, good night. Yell across the bed. It's like, okay. We have, I don't know how many dogs we have right now, like 13 or something.
Yeah.
We have a lot of foster dogs. We're not totally insane, but we're pretty insane. But yeah, they all sleep on the bed, and
that to me is insane. That's
I
cool.
don't know. We love them. They're good, but I mean, it's like, it's the dogs just know where to go. So the second you get on the bed, like they're already in their little positions.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, night.
That'd be crazy.
I mean, obviously,
I'm a light sleeper. I don't know how to handle that. I think after a while, you probably get used to it.
I mean, they're pretty good once they fall asleep. I don't know. Some sleep therapists probably be like, that's a horrible idea, but they're sweet.
Yeah, I would not let Rex on my bed. He's too big.
Well, he's also a feisty puppy.
Oh, he'd be like,
yeah. I mean, these guys, most of the
smaller ones, I'd be okay.
Yeah, we've got two puppies. They don't sleep in the bed, but most of the dogs are like beyond 2 years old.
Yeah.
So they've kind of got things figured out. They pretty well just lay down. We have a couple of real old guys that just zonk out, but one of them snores. We have Penny. No, it's Penny. She snores like grandma snore.
She looks like a grandma dog.
She has one eye that half works.
She looks like a grandma dog. Like
she does. She's a Shih Tzu. Old kind of overweight Shih Tzu. She's
like, I picture her, if she was a person, she'd be like this old lady with gray curly hair. Like,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. Like
Agatha.
Super curly, like blue tinted hair. Yeah.
Agatha, come here.
That'd be a good name for her, actually.
Penny's actually an old name to me too.
Yeah, I guess so. The only Penny I know is the girl from
I was just gonna say from Big Bang.
But that doesn't make it a new name, I guess.
Dude, anyway. So like I said, we were watching the old game shows, and we were watching it was classic Concentration. We were watching that the other day with Alex Trebek, and there was a girl on there, her name was Gretchen. I was like,
Gretchen.
Yeah, I was like, she's probably the last one. That's probably the last Gretchen.
So everyone
she was actually very pretty.
Yeah.
But
people like looked in like, that name does not match that face. I'm not naming my kid Gretchen.
Would you date it?
I wonder
what a Gretchen would, if you seen a girl and you're like, oh, she looks good, and her name was Gretchen, would you be like, I don't know about that?
Well, I
know what I mean? Like if you were like,
what's your middle name? Ashley or something?
Penny.
Penny. I like Penny. No.
Gretchen. Gretchen's such an ugly name. I don't even care. It's not like a good name.
Yeah.
But, people probably think my name sucks too. So it's all right.
Yeah, I just brought randomly up Ashley. But is Ashley even like a super popular name these days?
I don't know about these days, but I know.
I think there's a lot of Ashleys, I guess. It just seems like a very standard name, but I don't know that I know a lot of Ashleys.
Like Jesse, I don't think is a popular name either. I haven't
heard of people naming their kid Ashley. I think I've heard of more Apples or something than Ashleys these days.
Fiona.
But Fiona, yeah, maybe, and Canto.
Just name them after Disney.
Just Disney movies.
They probably do that, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Little Mermaid.
Ariel. I actually seen someone's name with the, like...
Ariel?
Like Ariel.
I can see it. It's a nice name.
It is
a nice name.
I like that.
Yeah. Blanca's name is going to be Santana.
It is?
That's what her mom was going to name her.
Oh, no, I thought you said her name's going to be. I'm like, it is?
Yeah, she's changing it tomorrow.
Did you know that? Like, that's kind of big.
Her mom was going to name her Santana, and then she changed it to Blanca.
Wow.
I know. I was like, and Santana's kind of a hot name. Like that's
kind of a cool name, though. But, Carlos Santana. That's what I picture.
Every time I look at her, I think of Carlos Santana. And that's attraction, folks.
There you go. And we can end it there.
I'm done.
No, we're good. All right. Well, you guys have a good another week.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the flippy flip.
All my teacher friends out there, we're almost to the end. Hang in.
All my non-teacher friends out there, we're still going. We don't have an end.
Oh man! All right, guys, take
in there.
That's all.